Hi everyone, it's me, Sally, aka Sailor Tarot Magic, and we're gonna do tarot today. So it's been a very long time. The last time I was on here was June for the full moon in Sagittarius, and I apologize for the long break. A lot has happened since then. I actually looked at my channel not too long ago, realizing that I missed being on here and that there was a lot to update on. So the first thing being, last street fair season is really long and busy, and that makes it hard to get on here. But I do want to remain consistent with the full moon readings. So this is the first full moon of 2024. So I felt like that was a really good opportunity to come back on here. And also, I moved. So that was probably one of the hardest things I ever accomplished in my life was, um, buying a house and learning about real estate. It was it was very challenging, and I feel like it was something that tested me personally and professionally. And then the holidays came, and that was just there was no way for me to be on here, but I do know after these periods of reflection that I really missed giving the message and feeling connected with, the full moon cycles and tarot in general, because I've realized I'm more aligned with myself when I'm doing tarot and giving people readings, and the off time from street fairs. I kind of missed that. So I want to keep up with this. And there are other things that that I wanted to talk about. Okay, so I have my tarot background. I have a new office space in the new house, but it's not quite ready. So that's why I have my tarot background. But I feel like it works because we're gonna be doing tarot. So the full moon in Leo. What does this mean for the collective? Well, first I wanted to explain that right now we are in Aquarius season, and Pluto is now in Aquarius. So I feel like I want to talk about the Aquarius Leo axis because that is the theme of the full moon, and I want to say also the theme of 2024. So Aquarius is about greatest good for all, and Leo is about what's good for me. So this is the conflicting energy. We need a little bit of both. We need that self-care, and we also need to know that our what we do for ourselves affects the collective as well. So, I'm sure I talk about balance all the time. So, all right, I'm looking at my zodiac thing here. Okay. And I feel like as a fire sign and also having a Leo moon, I really felt that energy of like, man, I got to get back on here. So I titled this video, "In What Area of Your Life Do You Need Courage?" Because I feel like when we do things for ourselves, it can feel selfish, but we also need to understand that sometimes doing things what's best for us is also what's best for the collective. So it doesn't always have to be a conflicting energy, is what I want to say. And also, Leo, a big theme with Leo and the lion is courage. So I feel like a lot of us lose sight of courage and what that means because it ends up falling under, well, this is too scary. I'm going to take too many risks. This is dangerous. Let me just play it safe. And I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, yes, being safe is important. However, I feel like we've gone way too far as to not taking risks at all, that it makes us stagnant. And sometimes we do need courage and do have to take a leap of faith because that's the best way to grow and realize whatever consequences or results we think are going to happen most of the time That never happens. And even if it does, it's not as bad as we think it's going to be. Because I can't say it so many times in my life. I'm like, "Ugh, I'm really scared of doing it." I was scared of even coming on here because it's been so long. But then once you get into it, you're like, oh, that wasn't so bad. And that happens time and time again. To remember that, and it will help you build courage. So the other thing I wanted to talk about as a theme for the full moon in Leo is worry. We all worry a lot. I'm guilty of it myself. And it is a human trait to just worry about things, right? But what if we change that, because that's a thought, that's energy. What if we change that worry to trusting that everything's going to work out, trusting that you know what's best for yourself, trusting that you will make the right decision. Because worry is kind of an easy way to just manifest the worst case scenario. But if we trust that things are going to work out, they work out. And again, it may sound hokey, but based on the results that I've had, this is true and it works. And what does it hurt to try? You know, our brains, our minds, our thoughts are way more powerful than we give themselves credit for, than we give them credit for. And as much as we feel like we're limited by our mind, we can also be encouraged by our mind. And it's about flipping that attitude and flipping that perspective, because it all starts with you. So yeah, so I talked about the Pluto and Aquarius. We are now officially in the age of Aquarius, which means very much collective thinking about humans and not like what's good for communities, what's good for children, what's good for, you know, the any part, like any group that you're a part of. So whether it be your family, you know, the community you live in, the people you come across at work, what's good for the collective instead of what only benefits one or two people. So that's what that's what we're starting with in 2024. And the other thing I wanted to talk about regarding 2024, since, you know, I'm doing also a little bit of the New Year theme. So 2024, if you add those numbers together, you get 8. 8 is the strength card, which is also Leo. So you see how it all ties in together. This is the kickoff. So 8 being the strength card. And again, so that's another theme of courage, which is why I'm saying it's going to be the theme for the year. So the strength card is asking you if money or obstacles or, you know, whatever excuses you make in your head, if none of that was in your way, what would you do? So basically, whatever you're afraid of, whatever is outside your comfort zone, this is the time to go for it. This is the time to just say fuck it and do it. And the quote that's coming to mind is, if you want something you never had, you got to do something you've never done. So again, this is about growing pains. This is about, yes, you may still feel scared, but do it anyway and learn from that and keep going, because on the other side of fear is freedom. And that's something I say a lot too, because we are holding ourselves back in many ways. We are standing in our own way. So that just shows that the power is with us and it's not with anybody else. Okay. So I think I can get into my spiel, which I'm actually trying to remember because I haven't done it in so long. Okay. So again, this is for the full moon in Leo. And I'm doing this for all signs. So we're going to go from Aries to Pisces. And you should watch for your sun, moon, and rising. And if you're enjoying my videos, please like, share, and subscribe. If you like a personal reading, you can DM me on Instagram or give me a call at 732-314-0777. Or you can text me from there as well. And if you would like to support my channel, please check the description of this video for my Cash App and Venmo. And I'm trying to think what else I normally say. And these are the decks I'm using. So we'll do the 3, and then we'll do 1 oracle card from Moonology, and then the 3 cards from Magical Tarot. And I don't know if it's going to show me that. Oh, there we go. Magical Tarot. Okay. So, does it tell me? And what areas? So we're going to start with, and I will timestamp after this video is up. I will add the timestamp in the comments. Okay. So when it comes to Aries, and what area of their life do they need courage? And we'll start with the Oracle card, Moonology. And what area does Aries need courage? Well, that's fun. You got the full moon in Leo. So you're on point. So being a fire sign, you may be feeling this energy as well as, kind of like me as a Sagittarius, just feeling like we got to get up and go. We got to do this. Don't let pride get in your way. So I feel like for you, Aries, whatever it is that you're looking to do, you're afraid of people judging you. You're afraid of thinking, I don't want to look stupid. I don't want to do this. It's kind of like learning something new. Like, say you're learning how to draw or learning a new sport. Like, you're not going to be good right away, but who cares? Like, that's just part of the deal from going, like, everyone starts bad when they're doing something. Like, nobody ends up being an expert after just trying it once. So to like take a chill pill. You're not always going to look cool doing the things that you do on a day-to-day basis, but once you get past that cringe factor of like, oh, this isn't that bad, like I was saying before, you'll end up moving on from whatever that is and being like, oh, this isn't so bad, and actually doing what you want and doing what you'd like to enjoy. Okay, so we'll take that message into the tarot read. So we'll do the 3 cards. Past, present, future, how this theme's playing out. Okay, so when it comes to Aries, how has this theme of courage affected Aries? I'm still trying. All right, and what area of Aries' life do they need courage? And we'll do past, present, future. See, I'm a little rusty myself, but I'm like, all right, we'll figure it out. We'll go through it. Okay, so we'll start with the past. And what area of Aries' life do they need courage? All right, so when it comes to the past, you got 6 of Cups, which is the past card. Okay, so whatever this is talking about, and I'm still looking at the Oracle card. This is actually something that you used to do, you stopped doing because either you thought you're too old or you can't do this anymore, or there's bad memories associated with it, but you want to bring it back into your life because it brought you joy. So, and I almost want to say for some of you, like there's like maybe some sort of trauma attached to this, where it's like, don't let that hold you back and take baby steps. Like, you're not always going to feel that way, and you can end up making new memories and associating this with good things and better things, and not to let your ego get in the way. And there's a lot of uncomfortable feelings surrounding this. So yeah, this is absolutely where you will need courage, especially with trying something new that you haven't done in a really long time. I keep thinking sports, like, so I'll just give an example that popped in my head. Like, say you were a really good baseball player or basketball player, and then you got injured and you didn't play anymore. And now, you're not injured anymore, but you feel like you're out of shape and you want to do it because you enjoy it, but you don't want to look stupid because you're used to like being a pro, but it's okay to like not be good and to give yourself that grace of like, okay, well, maybe I'm not going to get all the hoops in like on the first try, but I'm still having fun. And that's a really weird specific example. I don't think that applies to anyone, but if it does, take it. Okay. So what is the present energy regarding this story for Aries? Four of Swords. Okay. I'm just keeping with the sports story. So say that this is you, and you also need to take a break in between learning things. And I'm also going to give the example of learning a new language. And again, like this is something that takes time. And it's like you can't just read a book and be like, oh, I'm fluent now. So to give yourself breaks of like, okay, let me not overwhelm myself with all this information. And this is very much for Aries. This is about you learning something new. And again, not like feeling like, oh, I'm going to look stupid. It's okay to mispronounce things, it's okay to make mistakes. And I feel like these are good scenarios and examples. So Four of Swords is like, okay, you did progress. Take a break and then return to it tomorrow because you're not. It's not a race. It's a marathon. Is what I want to say. Okay. I also wanted to say I think it's funny how I say when it comes to it makes me feel like Maury. Like not the fact like when it comes to Aries and what area of their life do they need courage and what is the future energy? Six of Wands. Oh, this is such a wonderful story. Okay, so it's keeping with the tortoise and the hare. Slow and steady wins the race. Six of Wands is about victory. So whatever it is that's going to be challenging for you, you will achieve that. You will overcome it, and it's about consistency. It's about discipline and not letting your ego get in the way of like, oh well, I don't want to look stupid and be because once you get past that you're going to accomplish a lot on whatever it is. And again, this is something that has been with you and making you feel uncomfortable for a long time. Whoa. So that was a dope reading, a clear story, and you got the full moon in Leo oracle card for the full moon in Leo. That's pretty dope. All right. All right. That's a good way to kick this off. Very nice. Okay, so now we're moving on to Taurus. And yes, I had to look at my zodiac. Okay. Taurus starts at 18 minutes. I'm going to try to do that. All right. When it comes to Taurus, in what area of their lives do they need courage? Give me one oracle card. That was so wild. Have we got the full? I don't expect that to happen every sign, but who knows? We know we have that collective energy lingering, but I'm shuffling. I'm not trying to play games. Okay. When it comes to Taurus, in what area of their life do they need courage? Hold your vision, fixed moon. Hold your vision, fixed moon. That's a very pretty card, and I actually never got that before. Okay, so this is telling me you have big dreams and big aspirations, and whatever you're looking to achieve will take a long time, will be big, but remember, there will be small accomplishments and small wins that will get you closer to that finish line. And, the full moon is a great opportunity to realize how far you've come. Full moon is about reflection and it puts a spotlight on what's working, what's not working. Do I need to, reorganize or pivot to a different and that's exactly where you're at. So your goal from the beginning of this year or maybe even 6 months ago may have changed up until now, and that's okay. And of just like refocusing and getting rid of the stuff that doesn't work, and then, bouncing back and refining and reshaping. And that's the phase that you're in right now. Okay. We'll take that message into the tarot read. Okay, so when it comes to Taurus, in what area of their life do they need courage? And we'll go past, present, future. When it comes to Taurus, in what area of their life do they need courage? And we'll start with the past energy. Eight of Cups reversed. Okay. So Taurus, in the past, you were afraid of leaving a specific situation, and this may be a relationship. You may have a sense of safety and a sense of security. And again, for some of you, this may be even extreme cases of codependency, of feeling like, I know this relationship isn't good for me, but I don't know, like it could be worse, me being alone. It could be tied to your finances. It could be tied to, appearances of looking like, oh, well, getting rid of this person, what is my life going to look like? And that can be scary. And that can feel like, oh, I don't want to start all over again. I've been with this person for so long. And again, this doesn't have to be a relationship. This can also be about a career. This also could be about where you live, of just not wanting to feel stuck. And that could be holding you back from your big picture and your big vision of dreams and so on and so forth. Okay, so when it comes to Taurus, in what area of their life do they need courage? Give me the present energy. Seven of Swords. Ooh, I'm getting a person. A toxic person. Okay, Seven of Swords is about a liar or a cheater. And honestly, this could be you. This could be you trying to cheat to get your way, or cut corners, or be sneaky, because that's another thing that, is a theme during moon cycles is, you know, uh, am I hiding something, and am I going to get found out? And this could be an innocent thing, like a little white lie, and then, going out of proportion, trying to live up to that. That's one story. But the other story I'm getting is, if you're in a toxic relationship or you have a toxic boss, this is saying like this person is going to sabotage anything that you're working towards to make your life better, to improve your current situation. So if you share anything with this person, they're going to sabotage it. And that is motivated by jealousy and them wanting to see you fail and them wanting to see you suffer. And this is a painful situation, because this could be somebody that you hold near and dear to your heart, and you may not want to believe that they're wishing ill upon you. But again, during the full moon, this is about opening your eyes and putting the spotlight on what is real and what is not. Because many people who are dishonest, liars and cheaters, they put up a facade and they want you to believe a certain narrative, but your intuition may be saying otherwise, of, you know what, this isn't adding up. Something's not right. And that may conflict with your feelings for this person. So, I ask you to see clearly when it comes to this person, when it comes to this situation. And I think that's a big reason why you got this oracle card of hold your vision. People show you who they are through their actions and their words. You just have to pay attention. Okay, so when it comes to Taurus, in what area of their life do they need courage? Give me the future energy. The Sun reversed. Okay, so throughout this reading, I definitely see this being about a person. And again, relationship or work, but it's definitely about a person that you need to cut off. And that cutting off that person will hurt, and you will be sad at the beginning, but then after you're over that period of heartbreak or disappointment, and I'm looking at my Five of Cups over here thinking about that, um, you will realize that that person was a source a lot of things that you didn't know that they were responsible for, and you realize, oh, they did this to me. They said it was this person, but it was actually them. And all these bad things that were happening to me, um, quickly, I was just going to use a quick scenario of fireman fire, where they cause this turmoil in your life behind your back, and then they're like, oh, come cry to me, and I'm so sorry, and they want to keep you down so you can't get ahead with your big ideas and big visions, and this is what's happening. And again, for a small percentage of you, I feel like you may be one of the ones displaying the toxic traits, but for most of you, this is somebody in your life who is trying to puppeteer you. So open your eyes and really pay attention to what's going on. So the courage is about having the courage to cut this person off, possibly confront them, and say, hey, I've noticed XYZ, and I want to know, what do you have to do with this? And that will tell you everything you need to know. Even if they don't tell you the truth, you can tell when people are lying. So, that's a drama juicy one for Taurus. Okay. So that is the reading for you, Taurus, for the full moon in Leo. All right. Okay, so moving on to Gemini, and Gemini starts at 2640. Woo! Let's try to keep that going. Okay. All right, let's shuffle again, and we'll go back to the Moonology Oracle. Ooh, this is going to be a long video. I feel it. Okay. All right. When it comes to Gemini, in what area of their life do they need courage? When it comes to Gemini, in what area of their life do they need courage? Give me one oracle card. All right. And the oracle card for Gemini is a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. Okay. So I feel like this may be for the single Geminis. The single Geminis, listen up. And again, if it's not your story, you can always reach out to me for a personal reading. There we go. Woo! All right, a new romantic cycle begins. So attention, single Geminis. This is saying the courage is about making the first move, putting yourself out there, and expressing who you are. And this will help attract the ideal partner and the person that you're looking for, and somebody you can build a deep connection with. So it has a new moon in Libra. So new moon is about, new chapter. And also, whoever this person is, you will have commonalities. You will have similar interests. And you will definitely have a chemistry that you'll feel almost immediately, where when something feels right and you just go with the flow and it's kind of effortless, at least in the beginning anyway. And this is going to be a good chapter for you because in the past, either you were too busy with work and didn't have time to make connections, or you were kind of stuck with somebody who wasn't giving you the time or affection that you were looking for. So it could be one of those two situations. Okay, so we'll take that message into the tarot read. All right. When it comes to Gemini, in what area of their life do they need courage? When it comes to Gemini, in what area of their life do they need courage? Give me 3 cards, and we'll start with the past energy. 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords is popping up again. All right. So this is the liar, the cheater. So let's go with that one scenario that I mentioned of you wasted your time in the past with somebody who was playing games with you and they were breadcrumbing you and basically being like, yeah, hot and cold. Yeah, I'm into you. Send you a text. Maybe not respond right away. Maybe only want to talk to you late at night and not actually like go places with you during the day. Just somebody who wasn't great and kind of had you on the back burner, made you feel like, like a last resort, like not the first option, not a priority. And they strung you along because you thought things would get better. You thought it would progress, and then it just didn't. And I feel like you're either over this person or you cut them off, or this is a progression. So I'm hoping this person isn't in your life anymore because ew, gross. Okay. So when it comes to Gemini, in what area of their life do they need courage? And obviously it sounds like the love department. But what's in the present energy? Seven of Wands. Okay, Seven of Wands, I feel like in the present is saying, um, focus on your attributes, focus on your strengths, because you may be feeling like this person may have made you feel like, well, am I not good looking enough? Like, what is it about me? Is something wrong with me? They made you question your confidence and your self esteem. And I feel like their behavior has nothing to do with you. They were just not capable of making themselves vulnerable to somebody else. But that has nothing to do with you because you are capable of love. You are capable of showing vulnerable sides. But after being heartbroken, that can be difficult. So this is saying, focus on you. Focus on having some boundaries for yourself so you don't put up with disrespect, number one. Also giving yourself time to do things that make you feel good, like pampering, like maybe self-care, getting a massage, going to the spa, like hanging out with friends, things that like being around people that make you feel good and lift you up. That's going to help you have courage to go out there and meet new people and establish new connections and even network. Like even if you're a Gemini in relationship, I feel like, getting out of your comfort zone and meeting new people is still a positive thing. And your social, it will help your social life. Like Geminis are known to be social butterflies, so I'm interested if any of you are struggling with this type of situation. Okay. So when it comes to Gemini, in what area of their life do they need courage? And we'll get the future energy. Eight of Cups. All right, Eight of Cups is saying that um a re so a re either a relocation is in store for you to either move to a new place, have a different job, or just new environment. So this is saying once you get rid of the dead weight, whether it be that person, and rebuild yourself up, you may be looking for even more of a change. So maybe this person takes you to new places, or this could even be exploring a new vacation spot, but definitely getting out of your comfort zone, meeting new people, and going to new places. And to be open to that and not be afraid, because when it comes to Gemini, the area of your life that you need courage is within the social realm and doing new experiences with new people. And that's going to help with your growth, and that's going to help to and lead to your highest self and your divine path. Okay. So that is the message for you, Gemini, and you can take that with you for the full moon in Leo, which is tonight. Okay. All right. Now moving along to Cancer. Cancer starts at 34:21. Okay. All right. When it comes to Cancer, in what area of their life do they need courage? When it comes to Cancer, In what area of their life do they need courage? Give me one oracle card. New moon in Gemini, and this says communication is key. Okay, so Cancer, this is telling me that the area you need courage is within your expression and your voice. So this oracle card is blue, and new moon in Gemini is ruled by Mercury, which is about communication. So I'm automatically thinking about your throat chakra and expressing what it is you're truly feeling and not to hold back on the expression. You may be afraid that you're going to hurt people's feelings, but that isn't the case. Cancers, you're very intuitive and you understand what to say without hurting people's feelings. So that shouldn't be a concern. Really express if something's bothering you, if you need something to change, if you change your mind about something. And I feel like this is focused on relationships and any interpersonal projects. Now, what I mean by that is you may be working on something professional with friends and people you know, or you may be really close with the people you work with, like where you may be coworkers but also friends. So that can make it difficult when there are conflicting opinions. But again, express what it is on your mind because you'll feel better once you do. Okay, so we'll take that message into the tarot read. Communication is key. Okay, so when it comes to Cancer, in what area of their life do they need courage? Give me 3 cards, and we'll start with the past energy. When it comes to Cancer, in what area of their life do they need courage? For the full moon in Leo. Full moon in Leo. All right. All right. Past energy, go. High Priestess reversed. Woo! Okay. So you are definitely having feelings that are conflicting with your intuition of you got to say this, something's not right. And you may even need to call somebody else out and you're afraid of hurting somebody's feelings. So I want to give you the scenario that's in my head for you, Cancer. So basically, you're in a group and there's a person and they could be very charismatic and be somebody that everybody likes in the group. Again, this could be a work or friend group situation, and they're giving suggestions of you should do this, and everybody follows them except you. You're kind of like, wait a minute, this doesn't seem right, this doesn't sound right, and you almost want to warn the other people, but then you don't want people being like, well, what's your problem with this person, and are you jealous, are you this? But no, it's your intuition thinking something's not right. So here are your options. You can say something to find out the reaction of said person, or you can keep it to yourself and let them find out for themselves. Again, I'm not going to tell you what to do because either way, you're taking a risk. And, this is about courage. So, where do you want your courage to play out? I feel like this is saying, who cares if people don't like you after what you say? Another quote that's coming to mind is the Dr. Seuss one. Be who you are and say what you feel because those who matter don't mind and those who mind don't matter. And again, that is a theme with communication and speaking what's on your mind because you do have that intuition to be like, hey, I know what I'm talking about, but it may take other people longer to figure that out. So time will tell your story. Okay. Okay. So when it comes to Cancer, I in what area of their life do they need courage? What is the present energy? 10 of Cups reversed. Okay. So so this is okay. So we're staying with this story. We're staying with that scenario and I'll give you the two options. So if you remain quiet about this person that they don't give you a good vibe and you feel like they have ulterior motives and nobody is really aware of it. So if you don't say anything, they're going to infiltrate the group and it's going to fall apart. But there will be nowhere to place the blame. So they're almost looking for another scapegoat, which could possibly be you. This person could know that you have this gift and can see through their bullshit, so they may be targeting you. However, if you say something, you can kind of I want to say get out of jail free card, but that's not exactly what's happening. But you will get an out where this person won't be able to hold you responsible or make it look like it's your fault, but you'll end up losing similar connections. But again, if they didn't believe you for what you said, is it really a loss? And again, this is something to still be sad about for sure, but I'm going back to that Dr. Seuss quote. Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. And I feel like this is so when it cut. So I'm seeing this as interpersonal relationships, both professional and personal. Ooh, when it comes to Cancer, in what area of their life do they need courage? What is the future energy? 5 of Cups. Yep, I was right. Okay, so this is telling me you're going to lose friends. You're going to lose people, lose connections because you were true to yourself. But you got to choose yourself. And again, it's sad, right? It's sad feeling like, I thought they were my ride or die. I thought, I've known this person for so many years. But sometimes when we grow, we got to leave people where they're at because we're going somewhere else. And you can sit with that and more in the connection and be sad about it. But once you're feeling better, you'll realize that you made the right decision, you did the right thing, and there will be new connections to replace that. So this reading for you, Cancer, is asking you to have courage in yourself to say what you feel and say what's on your mind, because that is going to take you where you're supposed to be. Another scenario is because of what's going on, a lot of people have lost their jobs for saying their true opinion. And that may feel very devastating. Oh, I lost my livelihood. But that's also open and connection. Like, do you actually want to work for somebody that doesn't want you to state your opinion? Or do you want to work somewhere where it's more aligned with your beliefs? And, again, this is an example of it's better to say what you truly feel and have the courage to do that. Okay, so that is the message for you, Cancer, and you take that with you for the full moon in Leo. And Leo is next. Leo, the spotlight is on you. Although, for Leo sun, but I'm a Leo moon, so I'm invested. Okay. All right. When it comes to Leo, in what area of their life do they need courage? When it comes to Leo, in what area of their life do they need courage? Give me one oracle card. Oracle card for Leo. Show the world the real you. All right, full moon in Aquarius. Oh, I like this one. I don't think I've ever seen this one either. Oh, we got a lot of new ones showing up. Oh, come on. Show the world the real you. Please, please. This is a really pretty card. And I feel like, show the world the real you. All right, I think that's as good as I'm going to get it. So, Aquarius, the water bearer, being that we're in Aquarius season, Leos, this is telling me that you're very much in line with the current energy, as above, so below. So, the Aquarius, being Aquarius season, and Aquarius and Pluto right now. And you're considering expressing your true feelings, which for most Leos should not be a problem to express your true feelings. So I'm not sure what area of your life this is talking about. And it could be all areas of your life where maybe you don't let certain people get close to you or know how you really feel. And you have this, you have this big personality, but people may not know who you really are. Show the world the real you. Okay, this may be talking about being more vulnerable, open and honest, kind of similar to Cancer's message, but more about well-rounded, big picture, and the future of I want to change and adapt to the changes around me. So you're very much thinking about that axis of Aquarius Leo. Like, is what's best for me going to be best for everybody else? And you do care about how everyone else feels. So there's this contemplation that's going on in your head. How much do I share? How much, and also wanting to have something sacred for yourself, like something private for yourself that you don't share with everyone or anyone. Okay. When it comes to Leo, in what area of their life do they need courage? Give me 3 cards. When it comes to Leo, in what area of their life do they need courage? All right. So, past energy. 4 of Wands reversed. Okay. Ooh, this is very interesting. Okay, so this is telling me, and I'm going to tell you the first thing that came to my head. When it comes to your most personal relationships, there is so much that you don't say that the other person doesn't know about you. And I don't want to say that this is dishonest, but I feel like Leo, you very much have a problem of communicating what it is you really feel in fear of judgment and being hurt and being ridiculed. And what I want to say, number one, the most closest people to you, you chose them for a reason. Why would they ridicule you if they're, whether it be spouse or partner or family member or whoever, if you chose them to be super close to you, why would they make you feel bad for what you're feeling? Okay, this is very similar to the Cancer message. So if you have Leo and Cancer placements, I suggest you watch both of them. Yeah, I want to say that this is in your head. This is in your head of thinking, oh, there's this paranoia or this insecurity of, if my partner finds out who I really am, they're going to leave me because I'm not good or I'm embarrassing or whatever it is that makes you feel shame. And all right, I'm going to ask you to do some shadow work and be like, why do you associate these parts of you as something bad? And really ask yourself that and think about that for a minute, because A, it's not. B, it's not related to the person that you're in a relationship with or whoever you're hiding this from. And once you're able to pinpoint where this is coming from, you can let it go and be free to show the real you. Okay. When it comes to Leo, in what area of their life do they need courage? What is the present energy? Five of Wands reversed. Okay, so the message here again is it's not as bad as you think it's going to be. You feel like when you say who you are, that you're going to be met with all this opposition and all this resistance, and it's actually just going to resolve itself out. I'm just going to throw a scenario out there, like very much of, and I'm not saying that this happens with everyone, but an example that's coming into my head is when somebody comes out of the closet and they tell their family and friends, "Oh, I'm gay." And everybody's like, "Okay, cool. We already knew that." And then because they're expecting it to be this big thing and everyone's going to be like, "Oh my god," or "I hate you," or whatever they're thinking is going to happen, and then everyone's like, "Yeah, we knew it. It's cool." I feel like that's the type of reaction, like you're feeling like whatever it is you're holding back and don't want to say, like, "Oh my god, this person's going to dump me," and whatever it is that you say, the person's going to be like, "Okay, cool." And then you're just gonna be like, why did I not say anything before? Why was I bugging? Why was I paranoid? I feel like it's one of those situations. So yeah, slightly different from the Cancer story, but in the same lines between communication. But this is, I feel like this is more about your identity and who you are. And this is what you're hiding. Where the Cancer one was more about like communication and saying what you feel. Like this is more deeply rooted to who you are, and there are major changes happening with that. Again, highly suggest doing shadow work based on this reading. Okay, so when it comes to Leo, in what area do they need courage? Give me the future energy. Knight of Wands. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, so this is telling me you will have the courage to show the world the real you, especially when it comes to your close relationships, because those people should know the real you, and that's going to give you confidence to step out into the world and be like, you know what? These people in my corner, they got my back. So what am I afraid of? Let me keep, that's going to be that encouragement, that boost to be like, this is who I am. If you don't like it, go fuck yourself. Like, it doesn't have to be that extreme, but that's the energy that I'm getting from this message. Knight of Wands is very like, all right, we're moving and jiving. This is what, if you don't like it, go somewhere else, whatever. And very much fire sign energy, and something that you've been missing for quite some time. So the courage here, the courage is to show the world the real you. Show your, the closest people in your life the real you. They will accept you, and it'll be coming from an unconditional and loving place. So have no fear, Leo. You have it in you, and the people you have chosen are loyal. That's what I'm getting here. All right. So that is the message for you, Leo, for the full moon in Leo. Show the world the real you. Okay. That was a fun message. All right. All right. So now we're moving on to Virgo. Virgo starts at 5340. Okay. When it comes to Virgo, in what area of their life do they need courage? When it comes to Virgo, in what area of their life do they need courage? All right. New moon in Aries. It's time to take action. All right. I guess that's as good as it's going to get. Okay. Virgo, this message for you, I feel like this is going to sound more general, but basically this is saying if there's anything that you've put to the side to take care of others, something that you've really been wanting to do, but always thought, you know what, that's not a priority, or that's not important, or even something that made you feel like if you focused on it, that you were being selfish. That is the thing to be focusing on and putting your energy into, because that's going to grow. And it's also going to help your collective, meaning your circle, your social circle, your family, your household. And again, I said this in the beginning of the video, and I feel like it applies to you, especially when you do what's best for you. Everybody else benefits from it. Everyone else in your circle also benefits from that, especially because you have a tight circle, is what I'm getting. And Aries is also about the jump start of you have the motivation now. You may be very focused on, new year, new projects, new goals, get up and go. So really take advantage of that energy to get a jump start on your goals. Okay. We'll take that message into the tarot read. All right. When it comes to Virgo, in what area of their life do they need courage? Give me 3 cards. When it comes to Virgo, in what area of their life do they need courage? And we'll start with the past energy. All right, past energy for Virgo. Queen of Cups reversed. Okay, so this is telling me in the past you are very much in your feelings about this specific project or goal of exactly what I said, basically feeling like maybe that's not important, maybe that's not a priority, maybe I'm being irresponsible by trying to go after this thing. So it could feel like a pipe dream. It could feel like, oh, I'm going to spend a lot of time and energy and maybe even money on this. Is it really the most responsible thing to do? And again, the theme here is courage. So sometimes the wild idea that comes to us, it comes to us for a reason. And this could be your intuition coming into play. I want to say it's definitely coming into play, basically saying this is the time to focus on you and go for what is best for you. And it may feel selfish right now in this moment, but when you're making progress and towards the finish line, you realize this is helping everyone, because you're becoming an example, and whatever this is going to help other people have the courage to achieve their dreams as well, because you are an example, you are a role model. So again, this is in the past, so you may not be feeling this anymore, but if you're still feeling this conflicting emotions and energy, understand that you got to fill your cup first before filling others, and that's something we quickly forget. All right, when it comes to Virgo, in what area of their life do they need courage, and what is the present energy? 6 of Swords reversed. Okay, this challenge or goal that you're working on could also relate to wanting to move or live somewhere else. So I think this theme came up for another sign, but not only one other one. So again, so relocation to a different place, or having a different job. But again, the fear is holding you back. So the courage, time to take action. It could even be just doing research and being like, what would it be like to live here? What are the pros and cons? And I feel like Virgos, you're big on calculating risks and measuring out, like, is this good? Is this not good? And just doing that practice will help you realize, is this a good idea for me, or is this not a good idea for me? And I feel like, again, it could be associated with, I'm not going to do this because then I won't be available for XYZ, or I'll be moving far from people who need me. But again, the focus here is to do what's best for you. Yes, that's the message I'm getting throughout the reading. Okay, so when it comes to Virgo, in what area of their life do they need courage? What is the future energy? Five of Compacts, which is Five of Pentacles. Okay, so this is saying it may be possible that you take a monetary loss. And again, I think this is, especially if this is regarding a move. You got to spend money to move. So you need movers, you need the new place, the deposit. You have to take days off to get your stuff, packing materials, whatever. And you may be looking at it too calculated of, do I really have the money to do this? But are you moving to a bigger opportunity? Are you going to a place where you'll be able to flourish and be more successful and have more business opportunities? So just because that's an initial, like, what is the quote that's coming into my head right now? It's like you got to spend money to make money. So just because there's no promise of what that money is going to be doesn't mean it's not going to come. And again, that's about something I said in the beginning about, let's turn the worry into trust that it's going to work out. Because if it's in your head that this is the best move to make, why stop that? Why stop yourself if that's where you're meant to be? And it may be a little bit of a roller coaster, putting the legwork in, blood, sweat, and tears. But if that's where you're meant to go, then it's worth it, right? I would say so. So again, the theme for you, Virgo, is doing what's best for you and having the courage to go after your dreams, no matter how ambitious or scary they may be. You got a good head on your shoulders, Virgo. All right, so that is the message for you for the full moon in Leo. Woo! All right, moving right along. Okay, Libra is next. 102. 02. Okay, let me stop. All right. When it comes to Libra, in what area of their life do they need courage for this full moon in Leo? Give me one oracle card. When it comes to Libra, in what area of their life do they need courage? Libra. Balsamic moon, a time for healing. Balsamic moon, a time for healing. Okay. So this is telling me when it comes to having courage, this is interesting. This is saying to have courage to block out time for yourself. I feel like that's an easy one. But Libras, you're the diplomats. So you're very much, I want everyone to be happy. I want everyone to get along. You're the peacemaker. So to block out time for yourself to heal or recover from whatever this is, this may feel like it's going against your nature of, making sure everyone's okay, making sure everyone is comfortable. Yeah, so cut that feeling need off for a second and to focus on yourself and give yourself that attention for a minute because you need it too. Okay, so we'll take that message into the tarot read for Libra. Okay. When it comes to Libra, in what area of their life do they need courage? When it comes to Libra, in what area of their life do they need courage? Give me 3 cards, and we'll start with the past energy. All right. Empress reversed. Oh, this is actually very much in line with your oracle card. So this is okay. The Empress reverse means blocked feminine energy. And again, feminine energy is nurturing. It's protective. But again, you're reflecting it on everybody else when you need it the most. So this is saying whatever whatever helps you feel well recovered, well rested, start focusing on that. So, I'll throw some suggestions out there like reading a book, journaling, taking a walk in nature. This is saying that you very much need that. And also connecting with others, your friends and loved ones, and being like, hey, I just want to take a time out and veg or vent or chat, and this is going to help you feel more restored and balanced. Okay, when it comes to Libra, in what area of their life do they need courage? I'm still not feeling the big courage vibe here. Like, you need the courage to take care of yourself. Like, come on, I feel like that's easy. Okay. Ooh, you got strength. All right. Oh, I see it now. Okay, the story is unfolding. Can you show me strength? Because it's my girl. It's my girl, Sailor Jupiter. You better show it to me, camera. I'm not playing. There you go. I was there. Okay, Sailor Jupiter. If that ain't a strength theme card. All right, now this is making sense to me. So the reason why you need to heal and have this rest and recovery, because that's in your past, is because you're gearing up for big changes and big opportunities, and you need that rest. You need to conserve your energy because your courage is to face the unknown. So you have a lot of situations that are up in the air, and you either haven't made a decision, haven't figured out what the definitive is. So the courage that you need is to trust that it's going to work out for you. And even though you don't have the answers right now, you will have the answers. And again, this is going to take a lot of your energy. Like, I'm not going to lie. And whatever minute you can take for yourself to really just be on your own and reflect, like, you're really going to need every minute of that counts. And then, you're going to have to put your big girl boy pants on and really like face the world, because there's going to be resistance, there's going to be opposition, but you can overcome that. So the courage here is to face the big unknown and the speculative factors. But I feel like, again, turn your worry into trust that it's going to work out. And I feel like that is a collective theme for this full moon in Leo. All right. So when it comes to Libra, in what area of their life do they need courage, and what is the future energy? Okay, so you got Hermit reversed. And can I show this card? Hermit reversed. We got Sailor Pluto. Okay, so this is basically saying you are going to be the rock star. You are going to be the hero of basically having the courage and conserving your energy. Once you get to this point, you're going to achieve that goal and that really big obstacle, and people are going to be like, wow, Libra, you did it. You helped every one of us, and you made us feel okay, and you made us feel safe, and you landed that ship safely to the shore, and everyone's going to be clapping and applauding you and congratulating you, because this is a long haul. I feel like, as far as this period of time for you, I want to say this is like either your whole 2024 or 6 months up until the end of the year, where you're going to have to tough it out, and you're going to have to, put your elbows in and make space for yourself and your people, but you will be victorious. Okay. And again, that's where the courage is, because you are very much the diplomat, but this is asking you to be more Leo, more strength, which is the theme of 2024. That's why I say I feel like this is the maybe not only for your full moon in Leo, but also your theme for 2024. So heal while you can, because you're not going to have that time later. That's the message I'm getting for you, Libra. All right, moving on to Scorpio at 1:10:09. All right. When it comes to Scorpio, in what area of their life do they need courage? When it comes to Scorpio, in what area of their life do they need courage? Give me one oracle card. Oh, Scorpio, you also got the same oracle card as Leo. Full moon in Aquarius. Show the world the real you. And this may be even more difficult for you, Scorpio, than it is for Leos. Can I get it? I tried. That's as good as it's going to get. All right. So this may be even more difficult for you, Scorpio, than it is for Leos to show the world the real you, because you are very secretive. You are very like, I'm not going to show them all my cards. But I feel like in this instance, in this opportunity, which I feel we'll find out in the tarot read, this it will benefit you to express who you really are and show people. And this is scary for you because you don't normally do this, and you're very cautious and careful of who sees you. But I feel like, again, the tarot is going to tell me what area of your life this is talking about, but this is leading you to your highest self and your blessings. So I'm going back to the quote I said in the beginning. If you want something you never had, you got to do something you've never done. And again, this may feel out of character and against your nature, just like the Libra read. To show the real you, that's very much against your nature. But again, there's growth in this opportunity being presented to you, and it's very much a test and or a lesson. Okay, so we'll take that message into the tarot read for Scorpio for the full moon in Leo. Okay, when it comes to Scorpio, in what area of their life do they need courage? Give me 3 cards. When it comes to Scorpio, in what area of their life do they need courage? Give me 3 cards, and we'll start with the past energy. 2 of Pentacles or 2 of Compacts. Okay. Okay, 2 of Pentacles. All right, so this is telling me, Scorpio, you are very much losing focus and in chaotic energy. Okay, so you have a lot of conflicting opinions that you're like filtering through and trying to figure out, does this apply to me? Does this make sense to me? Or should I just scrap everything and focus on myself? And so your intuition is talking, other people are talking to you, other vibes and messages you're getting, but you haven't really been able to make a full determined choice. And you yourself, this is going to sound strange, but you yourself, you may even be questioning, well, who am I and what are my values and what do I want? And that may be changing. You may be in the middle of a rebirth and transformation, and that may be why you're a little perplexed when it comes to showing the world the real you because that has changed. And that is very much a Scorpio theme of rebirth and transformation. So now it's a battle now between the old you and the new you. And that is very much a theme for this full moon in Leo of, I put in the description, brush your shoulders off and let go of what didn't work and move on to the new. And again, that's a process. So if you're not fully there yet, that's okay. Again, this is in the past. So I'm curious to see what the present says. Okay. So when it comes to Scorpio, in what area of their life do they need courage? What is the present energy? Hierophant reversed. Okay, I'm getting the story now. All right. So this is saying to have the courage to live your life the way you want. So, and this may be one of the changes that you're leaning towards where you may feel like, and again, this is just the scenario that's coming out to me. It may not apply to all of you, but you may feel like you followed the religion you were born into your whole life and it never really spoke to you, but you just went along to get along. And now you realize that that's not for you. And you found something that speaks more to your spiritual truth. So, maybe you got more into tarot and astrology because that speaks to you more than organized religion. And you haven't really fully spoke to anybody about it yet, but uh, this is another element of, I called it coming out of the broom closet of, telling people like, hey, with in my own story of like, hey, I do tarot. I quit my job. I do tarot full time and I'm a spiritual leader. Like, I'm not saying that that's your story, but it's in that realm of, hey, maybe you want to be, a Wiccan, or you decided to do yoga and kundalini and you really felt enlightened, and that's your spiritual path now. So it's something in your life that you found as your lifestyle that you feel that you may be judged about when it comes to your, social circle and your network and your family. And I feel like if those people truly love you unconditionally, they will accept you and know that this is who you are now. And that may be part of the battle of wanting to keep up this image and facade, but we can only do that for so long. Very interesting. And this is part of your transformation. If these people love you and they see that you're happy, they're going to be happy for you. I mean, that's the ideal situation. But at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you. And yeah, this is going to require courage. And, it can be scary standing alone when it comes to that. But if these are your true values and beliefs, stand behind them. Okay. When it comes to Scorpio, in what area of their life do they need courage? Give me the future energy. Wheel of Fortune reversed. Okay, so this is telling me no matter what happens, the best decision for you is to come out with what this you have this against the grain lifestyle that you're very afraid of people judging you upon. And it doesn't have to be so like the story what I said. It could be, I don't know, you have a new boyfriend or girlfriend or partner, and you think your family's not going to like them, and you think that they may disown you. Or it could be something like you want to quit your job and do theater, or I don't know, join the circus. I'm just throwing scenarios out there where it's like, this is clearly not what practical people do, but this is something that is going to work for you in your life. So don't worry about the outcome. Wheel of Fortune reverse is saying don't worry about the outcome. Good, bad, and different. You got it again. And I think this is a collective theme. You got to do what's best for you. And if they don't like that you're going to be a performer or the person that you're with makes you happy, do they really have a place in your life still if they don't support you or love you unconditionally? And again, this is about choosing you. And the people that do decide to stay, you become that much closer to them. So this is about having the courage. And you know what? I have this in my notes about a book that I wanted to get. Have the courage to be disliked. Have the courage to be rejected. Because guess who you're always true to in that? Yourself. You don't want to sacrifice yourself in order to be accepted, because then they're not accepting you anyway. They're accepting a false version of you. Yeah. I have to say, I think Scorpio, you're my favorite reading so far. This is a dope message. All right. So that is the message for you, Scorpio, and you can take that with you through the full moon in Leo. Again, to show the world the real you. So if you're a Scorpio and you also have Leo placements, I suggest you watch the Leo. Remember, you can watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus to get a full picture on what is happening with you. Okay, now we're moving on. 12101 is Sagittarius reading. I should be writing this down. Oh, live and learn. Okay. Sagittarius, my fellow archers. Okay. When it comes to Sagittarius, in what area of their life do they need courage? Now, I'm very curious about this because I feel like Sagittarius were very like word vomit and we do whatever we want and we only think about the consequences after the fact. So I'm very curious. I'm very curious to see, because I don't know, not to say that we don't lack courage, but I feel like sometimes we're not even thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? You do know what I'm saying if you're a Sagittarius. Okay. All right, throw me the oracle. In what area of their life, does Sagittarius need courage? Oh, snap. All right, we got another repeating. We got another repeating oracle card, which is communication is key. New moon in Gemini. Oh, I think that's the nicest I ever got it. Woo! Throat chakra. This is an interesting one for Sagittarius to get because we're very like blunt, direct, brutally honest, and it's saying that we need to have courage to speak. So this could be up in the ante, and you may do this in some areas, but this is asking you to do it in other areas as well. So what are you not talking about that you feel is either taboo or inappropriate? Because that's what you're supposed to be talking about. And I feel like when it comes to Sag, we're very inappropriate and we're very random. So again, I'm very surprised to see this oracle card here for Sagittarius. Okay, so we'll take that message into the tarot read. When it comes to Sagittarius, in what area of their life do they need courage? Give me 3 cards, and we'll start with the past. Okay. When it comes to Sagittarius, in what area of their life do they need courage? And past energy, go. The star reversed. Okay. All right. This is very interesting. Okay, so for Sagittarius in the past, this is saying it's time to be true to yourself. This is a very un-Sagittarius message. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's time to be true to yourself. And once you're able to be true to yourself, you'll be able to speak truth to others. So, what is it about yourself that you're hiding? What is it about yourself that you're shielding from others? Because I feel like even the most outrageous, outspoken, extroverted Sagittarius, they still have things that they hide. And this is what that is talking about. So I'm going to invite you, Sagittarius, also to do shadow work on this because I feel like this is a deep core, I don't want to say trauma, but a deep core belief you have that may not even be on the conscious surface. This may be a subconscious thing. And this could be because you're highly evolved. And this could just be about refining and fine tuning your messaging as a person and having the courage to be the best version of yourself. And I don't even think it's other people holding you back. This is more just of not wanting to do the work in a way, and not like in a lazy way, but just it kind of fell through the cracks. Okay. When it comes to Sagittarius and what areas of their life do they need courage? What is the present energy? 10 of Swords reversed. Yeah, this is very much about healing, which is why I suggested the shadow work. Okay, so this is saying, uh, I hate using this word, but it's the umbrella. Like you have some sort of deep rooted trauma or some event that you were traumatized by that's holding you back from expressing a specific thing, and you may associate it with something bad. And again, this is very much on the subconscious level. And maybe that's why you are an extroverted person, to kind of hide that vulnerability by, making fun of yourself and joking about yourself. And another big Sagittarius trait is taking the most traumatic story, telling people, and then joking about it. Even though other people may not find it funny, that's your way of not letting it have power over you. So, yeah, this is very much, 10 of Swords means this situation runs deep and it cuts deep, and it may not be something you want to look at or address. You may not even know what it is, but it's there and it's subconsciously holding you back. Okay, when it comes to Sagittarius and what area of their life do they need courage? Future energy. Knight of Compacts, which is Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so this is telling me this ain't your first rodeo, and you've done a lot of healing work, and you've worked out a lot of issues. You're in the middle of, yeah, you're like intermediate to expert level when it comes to healing. And this is just another notch on the belt, another level to surpass. And you got this, because Knight of Pentacles is about slow and steady, taking it one step at a time, being practical, and knowing that you have a lot of knowledge when it comes to knowing yourself under your belt. And this isn't scary. This isn't scary to you because you've been doing this. So I feel like it's more of, and this is going to sound bad, but more of like ignorance, because again, it's a subconscious feeling, but it just fell through the cracks. And once you address this, it's going to be a lot easier to communicate in a loving way. And as I say this, I feel like I'm not sure what exactly this is talking about, but I know that this is the messaging that I want to say. Very interesting for Sagittarius. And you know what? I'm going to claim that message too, because I feel like that could apply to me as well. Okay. So that is the message for you, Sagittarius, and you can take that with you for the full moon in Leo. And up next is Capricorn. All right. Capricorn, and then the 2 signs, and then we're closing out. All right. All right, when it comes to Capricorn, in what area of their life do they need courage? When it comes to Capricorn, in what area of their life do they need courage? Give me one oracle card. I'm going to shuffle a few more times because I don't like getting repeat. I want to see fresh new oracle cards. But if that's your story, right? Okay. And oracle card for Capricorn. We got another repeat. So we got 2, 2, and 2. So you got the full moon in Leo again. Don't let pride get in your way. Okay. So I'm getting a little machismo energy with this of you may need to show your vulnerable side that you're not showing. And this may be keeping you from your divine path and purpose. All right. So we'll take that message with us into the tarot read for Capricorn. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. So you are very much aligned with the full moon in Leo energy, being that you got the full moon in Leo card. So we'll find out specifically what area of your life you need courage. And this is very much about your feelings, your ego, your persona. So ego versus soul, which is another thing that I talk about regarding the healing. Doing what's best for the soul isn't necessarily what's doing best for the ego. So you may think that you're going to get caught slipping, but that's not the case. Okay, so I'll take that message into the tarot read. In what area of their life does Capricorn need courage? Give me 3 cards, and we'll start with the past energy. In what area of their life does Capricorn need courage? In past energy. Ace of Wands reversed. Okay, I need a minute to think about this. Okay. All right. Ace of Wands reversed is telling me that there may be things that you enjoy on your own, and you may need to be bringing other people into the fold. And that might be a scary thought for you. And I'm trying to understand why. Okay. So this could be letting somebody into your deepest desires and emotions. And again, this could be related to your passion. So this doesn't have to be a relationship message, but it could be. But it could also be about your passion being your work. And what is the scenario that's coming to mind? Oh, okay, I got it. So the scenario that's coming to mind is if you write a script or if you write a story or anything creative, a book, what have you, and it's very personal and connected to you, and you may not want to share that with anybody, but this is saying that this is the best thing for you, so not to let your pride get in the way. So that means accepting constructive criticism, understand that feedback can help you get better, and not being sensitive about that, and this will help you grow. And I feel like, again, this may not be an issue for all Capricorns, but it's along the lines. This is like the realm. Okay. So when it comes to Capricorn, in what area of their life do they need courage, and what is the present energy? 7 of Cups reversed. Okay, so this is chaotic energy, and I want to stay with the story regarding the passion project of the creativity. So there are a lot of options, and they may be overwhelming. And again, this is about bringing somebody in the fold, whether to be for help, a second opinion, and somebody to bounce ideas off of, brainstorming to help you decide what, again, like when redecorating house, you have all these colors, all these swatches, all these designs, and so many different combinations, and you need that other person to bounce ideas. This works, this won't work, and narrowing things down, and it would just help streamline things. I'm not seeing the where the big courage is missing. It may just be about doing the work and seeing it through. I'm very curious to see the future. Okay, so when it comes to Capricorn, in what area of their life do they need courage? Because I see this associated with your work, but also the people you do your work with. Okay, so what is the future? Six of Pentacles reversed. Just show that real quick. Okay, so the first the first phrase that comes into mind when seeing this is the gift that keeps on giving. So if you're able to open up and delegate, these skills are going to help you in the long run, because, and I hate to use this because again it's negative, but like I'm thinking of a pyramid scheme. And I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but basically you're building an empire, you're building a hierarchy, and how Capricorn to be money focused. And you'll have your right hand person, but then you need people under that. I'm snapping. And then so you have your worker bees, and then you have your queen bee. And when everyone has their purpose and they know the clear vision and goal, so you're the visionary. Oh, I see what the real story is now, because your story is kind of layered, because this is what's happening at the surface, but behind the scenes, this is basically you being afraid of being you're afraid of being successful, and not being able to hide, because once you're that front person, you'll be the one people come to if something goes wrong, and to make that decision, and you have what it takes to do that. It's just about having the confidence in yourself. But it's very much that idea of you being under a magnifying glass, that may be not ideal for you, but again, this is a position where you can thrive, and this is what you're working towards. So I definitely, for Capricorns, I do see you being super successful this year, as long as you have the courage to be a leader and show your passions and your strengths, and keep building on whatever it is that you're working on. But again, there's layers to this, because all your small wins are building for a big one. And that is the message for you, Capricorn, for the full moon in Leo, which is the oracle card you got. Woohoo! All right. Okay, Aquarius is next. And happy birthday, Aquarius! It's your season, and it's your age of Aquarius. I love my Aquarius folks. Shout out to them. Okay. Yes. All right. This is awesome. Okay. So, when it comes to Aquarius, in what area of their life do they need courage? Give me one oracle card. 13851. When it comes to Aquarius, in what area of their life do they need courage? Damn, we are at 139. Whoa! All right, here we go. Full moon in Libra. A win-win outcome is forecast. Nice. All right, not a repeating oracle card. I like that. There. Okay. Nice. It's pretty. Okay. So this is telling me, Aquarius, you may be worried about the outcome. And this is saying this is going to work out. So again, here's the other theme that we've been talking about. Turn that worry into trust, and to trust that it's going to work out. You have what it takes. You are open-minded and intelligent enough to figure out if any problems arise, and everybody wins. Can't beat that. All right, so we'll take that message into the tarot read for Aquarius. Okay, when it comes to Aquarius, in what area of their life do they need courage? When it comes to Aquarius, in what area of their life do they need courage? Oh, that was a shitty shuffle. Let me do that again. All right, give me 3 cards and we'll start with the past energy. Okay. Past energy for Aquarius. 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Compacts, 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is in the past. All right. So, okay. So this is telling me that one of the things you worry about is how you're perceived at work. So you may feel, and I said this in the Capricorn, you may feel like you're under a magnifying glass and you're constantly being evaluated, but not to hyper focus on that, because you're doing a really good job and people are happy with your performance. And this is more in your head that you're being judged and calculated and graded, and that may be the case, but again, it's not a bad outcome. So just trust in your own performance and abilities, that you're doing a really good job, and no need to worry about flack or anything. And even if there is, they're baseless claims, and you're doing great as is. And I'm curious to see what the present will say. Okay, when it comes to Aquarius, in what area of their life do they need courage? 5 of Compacts / Pentacles reverse. Okay, so this is very much about your work and money. And the courage here is about, no, I'm looking at my thing about, it's not about the courage to be disliked. No, it's more about the courage, just having faith in yourself. And I'm trying to think in the theme of courage, it's about the unknown. So having the courage to face the uncertain. So the things that are coming into question for you. Am I doing a good job at work? Am I, going to have, enough money for the things that I need this year? So this is about having the courage to know that you will get what needs to get done in order to make that happen. Because 5 of Compacts reverse is basically saying that you're going to get more money this year, and your hard work is going to pay off, and you're a shining star. Like, win-win outcome. You're doing great at work and you're going to get more money. Like, what? So, yes, definitely trust that everything's going to work out, and trust in your abilities and trust in yourself. And again, I know I sound like a broken record, but these things need to be drilled in our head sometimes. Turn the worry into trust. And the universe very much has your back. Okay. So when it comes to Aquarius, in what area of their life do they need courage? Give me the future. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So I just want to show you all Pentacles, all Compacts. So you got 4 of Compacts. Look, money, 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 money. That's what I'm seeing. Money, money, money. Okay. This is saying the money that you get, the extra income that you didn't know you were going to get, save some of that for a rainy day. and keep with the same, amount of expenses and amount what you put to bills, and pretend like, and then that money will grow, and that will help you get to where you're looking to go. So if you're saving for, home improvements, if you're saving for a vacation, that is going to come in handy without feeling like you're cutting corners somewhere else. So that's a really good place to be. And not to worry about the outcome, because it's going to really work out for you. And I feel like, again, for you, Aquarius, that although this is a full moon read, I feel like this is the start of your 2024. Things are going to turn around and things will be in your favor. If you feel, especially if you feel like they haven't been as of lately, your luck is changing. Okay, so that is the reading for you, Aquarius, for the full moon in Leo. And again, this is your time. This is your season. This is your birthday. And really connect with that energy. That full moon in Leo is going to bring nice things to you. Good stuff. All right. Okay, so now we're at the last sign, which starts Pisces at 1:45:53. Okay. When it comes to Pisces, in what area of their life do they need courage? When it comes to Pisces, in what area of their life do they need courage? Give me one oracle card. Oh, another repeat. A time for healing. All right, Pisces, you need the courage to heal. And I want to say is there may be painful memories or situations that you're trying to bury, and that is not the best course of action. The best course of action is to bring it to the surface and address why am I holding on to this? Why am I carrying this? And why is this repeating in my life? So there may be things in your life that are causing you to remember this tragic event or memory, and it's somehow replaying either with yourself or the people around you. And it's like, ask yourself, what is the lesson I'm supposed to learn in this? Because there is a lesson involved. Okay, so we'll take that message into the tarot read. Ooh, the healing stories are usually juicy, so I'm looking forward to this. Okay, when it comes to Pisces, in what area of their life do they need courage? So far I'm getting the introspection, having the courage to face your demons. Ooh, I like that. Okay. And again, watch for your sun, moon, and rising to get the full picture of all your placements and your Venus. Okay. So when it comes to Pisces, in what area of their life do they need courage? And we'll start with the past. Knight of Swords reversed. Okay, so this is telling me for you, Pisces, in the past, in your life, you may have felt like you're behind and you had this energy of, woe is me, and why are all these bad things happening to me, and why do I feel like everybody gets a break except me, and why are things so much harder for me? So you very much feel like you're behind, and you're very much in this comparing yourself to others. Again, this is in the past, but again, this is telling me that the courage that is needed is to show you that you may have to turn the mirror on yourself and be like, what is the role that I play in my own suffering? And how am I contributing to the shitty situations that keep happening? Because there's something that you're missing, and courage is required to reflect on this, because it may be painful to be like, oh, did I invite this in? Did I allow this to happen? What went wrong, and how can this stop? Okay, so when it comes to Pisces, what area of their life do they need courage? What is the present energy? Two of Cups, which is Two of Pentacles. Okay, so Pisces, the courage here is to understand that you have many choices and you are the master of your own destiny. The power is in your hands. And no matter what choice you make, you will make the best of it. So, this is saying have the courage to change your perspective and understand once you are in the driver's seat, take responsibility for your actions and know that no matter where you end up, you will be happy and you will make the best of it. Okay, so you're slowly starting to realize that comparing yourself to others, that's a dead end. That's getting you nowhere. And you're not doing that anymore, but there's fear behind having a fresh start and not being able to blame anyone but yourself. Are there things out of your control? Sure. But you're realizing that the power is with you. And that's where the healing was necessary. So the healing was necessary for you to be at this point and understand the power is with you. Because someone or something or some event tried to take that away from you, but you're taking it back. So again, you may be presented with choices and they may feel like one is right and one is wrong, but no, that's not the case. Okay. So when it comes to Pisces, in what area of their life do they need courage? The future energy is Page of Wands. And Page of Wands is two things. It can represent a message or a younger person. So I feel like Pisces, for you, this is about your inner child and finding that passion and drive to go after whatever it is somebody or society tried to steer you away from. So this could be art or doing something that requires risks, like maybe traveling to a foreign country or something like that, and embracing that free spirit that you very much have and may have been suppressed by this trauma, but now that you're healed, that's no longer holding you back, and the courage is about just going after your dreams and desires. And again, it doesn't have to be a huge thing. It could be something as little as changing your routine, changing your habits, giving yourself time to have fun, have play, active creativity. This is what has been missing and is also essential to your healing. Okay, so when I look at this as a whole, Pisces, your story is very much about healing and having that lead to you being happy. It could be more than that, but I feel like your feeling within is the most important. So have the courage to have fun and feel good, because that's very much been deprioritized in your life. So have the courage to have fun. I really like that. Okay. So that is the message for you, Pisces, and you can take that with you for the full moon in Leo. Okay. So that concludes the full moon in Leo, all signs readings. Any suggestions from me for full moon? My biggest go-to is, write your manifestations on a piece of paper and burning it. Get connected in nature. You can make moon water. And I'm very much getting back into my own routine, and it felt really good to be on here. And wow, this is, the start of the 2024 moon cycle. So hopefully I'll be on here for the rest of the full moons of 2024. Okay, so remember, energy is your greatest currency. Thanks, and I'll see you next time. Bye.